Once upon a time in a small peaceful town, nestled in a cozy corner of the world. In this town lived a little girl named Ellie, known for her imaginative mind, but also her worries that loomed large like shadows. Ellie was always thinking, her mind a whirlwind of what-ifs and maybes, often leaving her feeling overwhelmed. She worried about school, about making friends, and about what the future held. One sunny afternoon, Ellie met Mrs. Wren, an old woman with a gentle smile, living at the end of her street. Mrs. Wren was known for her wisdom and her beautiful garden, a kaleidoscope of colors and fragrances. Curious and seeking solace, Ellie approached Mrs. Wren. "Mrs. Wren," she asked timidly, "how do you find happiness in a world full of worries?" Mrs. Wren, with a knowing look in her eyes, invited Ellie to walk with her in the garden. "Each flower here," she began, "represents a worry I've conquered. The roses are worries about health, the daisies are financial fears, and these lovely lilies are worries about the future." Ellie listened intently as they strolled through the vibrant paths. "You see, my dear," Mrs. Wren continued, "worries are like seeds. If you water them with more worries, they grow bigger. But if you plant them with care and address them with action, they bloom into flowers of wisdom and experience." Ellie's eyes lit up with understanding. Mrs. Wren handed her a small seed. "Plant this seed in your garden of thoughts. Nurture it with positivity and action, not with more worries. Watch it grow into a beautiful flower of courage." From that day on, Ellie learned to manage her worries. She planted her seed of courage and nurtured it daily with positive thoughts and actions. Over time, her worries transformed, blooming into a garden of resilience and strength. Mrs. Wren's wisdom and the garden of worries taught Ellie a valuable lesson. Worries, when faced with courage and action, can turn into the most beautiful strength. You know, worries, much like seeds, grow depending on how we nurture them. If we feed our worries with more fear and anxiety, they can overwhelm us. However, if we address them with positive actions and a solution-focused mindset, these worries can transform into valuable life lessons and strengths.